doing it for so long. In her own sweet way, she's kept it small, but has managed to get the right people into the right places. And I really commend her efforts for that. And I'm glad that I still get to meet people who are established designers who turn around and say that we remember you taught me. That happened even this morning, and Sonia has been kind enough to remember what I taught her at Lyft. So it's a very nice feeling to be a design educator, actually. It's very rewarding. And so what I try and do is leverage whatever I've known and I've learned into both design business and education. And here I want to give you a presentation about where design is headed, because it was important for me to understand that before we get into new design institute as such. So that's what my presentation is called, Emerging Options. Where is design headed next? We all know design as aesthetics, style, convenience and value. You saw a lot of examples in the last presentation about how aesthetically beautiful products are being designed by people. But design is actually changing. It's becoming brands now, it's becoming an experience, it's getting into innovation, which is something which you probably hear a lot. And it's also becoming inclusive. You can't exclude people or materials and things anymore. Design profession itself is growing. In 1977, when I was getting into NID, an aunt of mine thought I was getting into embroidery. And she said, you want to learn embroidery? Medical products. Communication design or visual communication was what was known in the early 80s, is now getting into advertising, animation, interface design, gaming and the web. Has thrown open new challenges for teaching design as well. Textile design, as Tulika mentioned, itself prepares you not material specific but also knowledge specific domains. And now it's getting into fashion, costumes. Bollywood is a major employer of designers, and bridal wear and wedding markets are also catering to this. And design profession is interiors. It used to be an interior designer, or it was an interior decorator who will actually come home and put the right carpet and the right lamp and tell you what to do, where to put what colors to put on the wall, etc. But that's now gone on to now more specializations like exhibitions, retail design. You know, you walk into Moore or Spencer's, it's very different from what you walk into Subiksha or Big Bazaar. That's actually design. You know? And offices have to look classy, and for professionals got into product design and innovation, because it's not enough for you to just make another product. It's important for you to make another product with a difference. And that innovation is a component that has to be built into the cost, and that's what we've done at 4D as well. So what we've introduced is social innovation. We made the cost entrepreneurial. We made it eco-friendly, which means it's something which you can't escape anymore. Your product has to be eco-friendly and sustainable, and it has to be experiential. You're not designing just a product, you design the product experience. Visual communication was visual, it was graphic, it was art and aesthetics, it was audience oriented, which means you make a film. Shortly was watched by several people. It is a film for an audience. Today you can go to YouTube and watch a particular clip for a particular period of time for a particular person. So it's not eyeball specific. So you're not designing for a large audience anymore, you're designing for an individual and an individual eyeball actually. And it's becoming digital, increasingly digital. So it's not art anymore. It's a matter of what you can do with the software. So the software has the capabilities of doing things. So we need the mind behind the software to be trained to be able to do all these things. And design, fashion design was all about visual and tactile qualities of fabrics and apparel. And it was all about, fashion shows were all about shock and awe, and it was supposed to be bold and stylish. Now it's becoming more grounded. You're including crafts into it, you're including materials into it. It's inclusive, which means you're designing across, including everybody into it, And it's also culture specific, which means what is selling in Jaipur will not sell in Delhi, will not sell in Madras. So how do designers get prepared for a situation like this? Because it's very important. Things have changed. It's moved on. And it's moved on to the time I learned design. It's something in that presentation said, the 4 years, what you learn is already getting outdated. So how does designers get prepared for something like this? So I want to introduce here a small picture about what we trying to do at 4D Intuitive Design. So our programs are new generation programs, which means we had the opportunity to start afresh. So we looked at the opportunity and we said, okay, let's look at it afresh and see what is required for today's generation. So our programs are new generation. And we believe in collaborative practice, which means it's interdisciplinary, it includes a lot more than specific to their discipline. It includes education. You want to harp on the fact that it has to include every individual counts as much as the group. We want to emphasize on excellence, which is not a given these days. Anything goes, and we want to emphasize on the fact that excellence is got to be the leitmotif of any new institution. We want to be socially responsible. We don't want to be a fly-by-night operator. We want to make sure that whatever we do is good for the society as well. Our contemporary curriculum, we use new generation educators to come up with curriculum which is different from what we do. It's easier for us to go to NIT, you just make a labs and you get a curriculum developed and delivered at your doorstep. But that's not what we did, because NIT is itself struggling with its own disciplines. There are 16 disciplines and we don't know what is going where. And we decided we'll give an opportunity to rediscover the whole thing. Let's look at it that way. And we are also making it industry driven. So our new generation programs are product design and innovation. So there's an ampersand, there's an and everywhere in all our programs. We have contextual studies, which means we will go and understand history, we will understand a present scenario, and then we will kind of build it into the knowledge base of the student. We want to emphasize on sustainable practices. Like I said, there's no escape from being eco-friendly. And we teach them skills which means every individual can be taught a skill. We want to emphasize on excellence because, and how we do that is we benchmark to the best. We want to encourage experimentation because